Hi, good morning everyone. And it is perspectives in education for AP DSC, Telangana DSC, TET, CTET, and NTA examination. It is important uh, for your mark for your exams. So today we are going to discuss about the Sargent Committee Report 1944. Okay, I am Mohan Gudishe, Assistant Professor in Education. So let us start. Okay, let us discuss about the historical context. So British government introduced this Sargent uh, Commission established in 1944 during the final years of British rule in India. So uh, Sir John Sargent leadership named after the educational advisor to the government of India. So Sir John Sargent is the advisor, educational advisor to the government of India. Then it was post-war planning. So it is to create the develop the comprehensive educational blueprint for the post-war in India. It is after Second World War. This commission implemented. So, what is the objectives of the committee is that it is the national education system, free and compulsory education, equality in opportunity, post-war reconstruction. So, it is established to unified educational framework across British India. So, it is ensure that free and compulsory education to the all the people of India to access the universal access to basic education to all the India, equal opportunity. It is the bridge educational gaps across regions, gender, and social classes. So, this particular commission given the opportunity to all the people across India, irrespective of rural, urban, poor or rich or male, female or any social hierarchy. Then in order to reconstruct the education system in India, so it is a post-war reconstruction, create an education foundation for India's development after World War II. So, so they emphasized on early education recommendation. So age appropriate education, free and compulsory education for children 6 to 14 years, and the structure of school 11 years in total, 4 years for the lower primary and 3 years for the higher primary and 4 years for secondary. It is a 4 plus 3 plus 4. So this is the Sargent committee. Then mother tongue instruction. So local language as a medium of instruction in primary school. Then they reduce the teacher student ratio to improve the quality of education. So what is the secondary higher education recommendation? See, it is the university education established for the universities and more technical institutions. Pre-university stages introduce the higher secondary education and diversified secondary education split into academic as well as vocational streams. So the secondary and higher education is divided into like this: diversified secondary education, that means academic as well as vocational streams introduced, and in pre-university stage introduce the higher secondary education. In university education established more universities and technical institution. So these are the recommendations. Then teacher training initiatives. So teacher training, comprehensive training framework for primary and secondary teachers, and teacher training institution established to dedicate the institute for teacher education, improved condition, better salaries and services to attract qualified educator. So they concentrated on teacher training also. Then pre-primary and adult education. So these recommendations are nursery, introduce the early childhood education for children 3 to 6 years, and they focuses on developmental activities and school readiness. Play-based learning approach recommended. So it is Pre-primary schools introduce the introduce introduction of early childhood education for the children aged 3 to 6 years. Then adult education. It is a special program for adult literacy across rural and urban areas. Emphasizes on women's education to address gender disparities. Community-based learning centers proposed. So this is about this. And vocational and technical education. It is skill-based learning, practical education aligned with the industrial and economic needs, hands-on training, traditional and modern vocational field, and specialized institutions established of vocational schools and politics, polytechnics across the region, industry-linked curriculum and development, commercial education, business, trade, commercial studies to support economic growth, then partnership with the industry for appropriate partner apprenticeship and placement. So implementation of the timeline. So a report publication released in 1944 as a comprehensive education plan, and it is a phased implication plan for gradual rollout over 40 years. Then later say higher education reforms slated for later implication. Initial focus primary education prioritized in early year. So financial provision. So the budget for education they improved to uh, 5x proposed education 5 times larger than the existing funding, and 40% in central government portion of funding from central British Indian government, and 60% from provincial funds, majority funding from the provincial governments. So administrative structure. So all the universities are under University Grant Commission, proposed central body to oversee higher education. Then provincial education departments is a regional administration for the education policies, and local education authorities, community level implementation and oversight. Then here historical challenges implications. So independent movement growing for Indian independent diverted attention from the reforms. Then partition planning focus shifted to the upcoming partition of British India. Power transfer preparation for transfer of governance to Indian leaders. New nation priorities post independence India developed its own educational framework. Then what is the significance? So Sargent Committee reported influenced subsequent Indian education policies. Its provision inspired the Kothari Commission and National Education Policy. Many recommendations eventually marginalized in independence India educational system. So the Sargent Commission uh, suggestions are uh, influenced, and it is taken example by the Indian government, and they started new commissions like Kothari Commission, National Education Policy, etc. So post independence it's got implemented. Then takeaways. First comprehensive plan. So after the Britishers came to India, this is the first comprehensive plan, pioneered national level educational planning in the Indian context. So this first uh, Sargent Commission, like it is the national level, it is not only provincial or the central or urban or rural, but it's cover entire pan India. Then bridge to modern education, connected with colonial education system to independent education uh, India. Then foundational principle, establish core principle that continue to guide Indian education policy. So this is the it is the guide for the future education system in India. So this is about the Sargent Commission. Thank you for watching. If you like this particular lecture, do like and subscribe. Thank you.